So apps like TikTok, Facebook, and Twitter, although entertaining, have had many negative effects on our mental health. What I mean by this is that children and adults alike have seen increases in things like depression and anxiety than ever before. With this growing age of modern technology, social media has become a focal point for many. What I post, what do I put out there, things like that, not only have affected adults but now children. So the question that I have is too much social media a bad thing? Before, magazines and billboards would be a day-to-day thing. You would just see them whenever you would go out to malls or when you would be in a car ride. Now are accessed right at your fingertips, where you can see them constantly through the algorithms of Instagram, TikTok, and other social media platforms, and has become a day-to-day battle in mental health for a lot of people. So things like be careful what you post is commonly said now, because now people are judging people on what they've said years before, and people need to be careful because they could get quote unquote canceled by everyone they know, meaning that they would be shunned and made feel irrelevant. So I just think, how do children handle social media, and how will the current and next generation handle this wave of social media? Gen Z and Gen Alpha have access to more information than ever before in human history. And with social media, we have seen the effects on a child's mental health. So too much social media intake can be a bad thing for someone's mental health, and honestly, it should be limited. In a study in 2011, the American Psychological Association claims that day-by-day consumption of media negatively affects a child, preteen, and adolescents by making them increasingly inclined, more to depression, anxiety, and other mental issues. And that they've decreased in social, and it also found that just by making them progressively defenseless to future medical issues. Also, in another study done by Jordan Young for the Journal of Social and Clinical Psychology, it states, we have found overall it is that if you use less social media, you're actually less depressed and less lonely, meaning that the decrease in social media use is what causes a quantitative shift in your well-being. So basically what it's saying is that with less that we consume of social media, the better our mental health will be. And I believe this is true. But many of you might say, well, I use social media as a creative and I love to put out things. I'm just using it just to be creative, or I just want people to see, it's not really a thing for me. Well, that could be true. And I completely agree with this, because I love posting things that I think I've done a good job in creating. But we have seen that big people of influence have also expressed mental health issues. People like TikTok's megastar Charli D'Amelio have said things like, I have struggled with mental health, and she is only 17 years old around this time. So for many of us, social media might not be a bad thing, but overconsumption of social media affects our mental health negatively. So rather than spend time being on things like TikTok, Facebook, Instagram, do something else to better your mental health.